everyone, and welcome to my podcast. My name is Laiba, and I am really happy to have you here today. In this podcast, we will talk about something very important and very useful for English learners. Our topic today is real-life English. Now, you may be thinking, what is real-life English? Don't worry, I will explain everything in a very simple and easy way. In this episode, you will learn how to use English in your daily life. Not just book English, but the English that people really speak in real situations. You will learn simple words, useful phrases, and how to speak more naturally. This podcast is especially for beginners and learners who want to improve their speaking and understanding. I will try to use easy words and short sentences so you can understand everything clearly. So, if you want to speak English with confidence, and if you want to understand real conversations, then this episode is perfect for you. Stay with me, listen carefully, and let's learn together. Let's get started. Now let's talk about our main question. What is real-life English? Real-life English is the English that people use in their daily life. It is simple, natural, and easy to understand. It is the way people really speak with their friends, family, co-workers, and even strangers. Real-life English is not always the same as textbook English. In books, English is usually very formal and sometimes a little difficult. But in real life, people use short sentences, simple words, and sometimes even informal expressions. Let me give you a simple example. In textbook English, you might say, "Hello, how are you today?" But in real life, people often say, "Hi, how are you?" Or even just, "Hey, what's up?" You can see the difference. Real-life English is shorter and more relaxed. Here is another example. Textbook English. I would like to eat something. Real-life English. I'm hungry. Or, let's get something to eat. So, real-life English is all about speaking in a natural and comfortable way. It helps you sound more like a real speaker, not like a book. When you learn real-life English, you can understand people better, and you can speak more easily in daily situations. That is why it is very important for situations where we use real-life English. We use real-life English every day in many simple situations. Let's look at some common examples. First, at a shop. When you go shopping, you use simple English. For example, you can say, "How much is this?" "Do you have this in another size?" "I want to buy this." These are short and easy sentences, and people use them all the time. Second, talking to friends. When you talk to your friends, your English is more relaxed. You can say, "Hey, how are you?" "What are you doing?" "Let's go out." This is real-life English because it is friendly and natural. Third, at school or work. In school or at work, you also use simple English. For example, "Can you help me?" "I don't understand this." "Let's start the meeting." These sentences are clear and easy to understand. Fourth, on phone calls. When you talk on the phone, you need simple and direct English. For example, "Hello, who is this?" "I will call you later." "Can you hear me?" These are very common phrases in real life. Fifth, asking for help. Sometimes you need help from others. You can say, "Excuse me, can you help me?" "Where is the bus stop?" "How can I get there?" These sentences are very useful in daily life, so you can see that real-life English is everywhere. We use it at shops, with friends, at work, on the phone, and when we ask for help. If you learn these simple sentences and practice them, your English will become more natural and more important. Real-life English is very important because it helps you communicate in your daily life. When you go outside, meet people, or talk to someone, you need simple and natural English. Book English is good for learning, but real-life English is what you actually use. First, it helps you in daily conversations. For example, when you go to a shop, you don't use long and difficult sentences. You say simple things like, "How much is this?" or "I want this." This is real-life English. Second, it is very useful for travel. If you visit another country, you need to ask for directions, order food, or talk to people. Real-life English helps you do all these things easily. Third, it helps you in jobs and work. In many jobs, you need to talk to customers or coworkers. If you use simple and clear English, people will understand you better. This also makes a good impression. Another important reason is confidence. When you learn real-life English, you feel more confident. You don't think too much about grammar. You just speak naturally. And when you speak more, your English becomes better. Also, real-life English helps you understand native speakers. Native speakers usually do not speak like books. They speak fast, use short forms, and use everyday phrases. If you learn real-life English, you can understand them more easily. So, real-life English is important because it makes your communication easy, useful, and natural. It helps you in real situations, not just in exams. That is why every English learner should focus on learning real-life English phrases that people use every day. These phrases are simple, but very powerful. They help you sound more natural when you speak English. First, greetings. These are the words we use when we meet someone. For example, hi, hello, hey, how are you? What's up? What's up? Means, how are you? Or, what are you doing? It is very common in daily conversation. Second, asking questions. We ask questions to talk and connect with people. For example, how's it going? Where are you going? What are you doing? How's it going? Also means, how are you? It is friendly and informal. Third, daily expressions. These are sentences we use to talk about our feelings or plans. For example, I'm tired. I'm hungry. Let's go. I'm busy. These are short, clear, and used every day. Fourth, polite phrases. These are very important because they show respect. For example, please, thank you, excuse me, sorry. We use please when we ask for something. We say thank you when someone helps us. We say excuse me to get attention or to pass by someone. We say sorry when we make a mistake. Using polite words makes your English sound kind and respectful. So these common phrases are very useful in real life. If you practice them daily, you will speak English more naturally. Mistakes English learners make. Making mistakes is normal. Everyone makes mistakes when learning a new language. But if you know these mistakes, you can improve faster. First, speaking too formally. Many learners use very formal English all the time. For example, they say long and difficult sentences. But in real life, people usually speak in a simple and relaxed way. So, try to use short and natural sentences. Second, translating from your native language. Some learners think in their own language and then translate into English. This can make sentences strange or incorrect. Instead, try to think directly in English. Start with simple words and simple ideas. Third, fear of making mistakes. Many learners are afraid to speak because they think they will make mistakes. This is a big problem. If you don't speak, you cannot improve. Remember, mistakes are part of learning. Speak more, and you will get better. Fourth, not practicing speaking. Some learners only read or listen, but they do not practice speaking. Speaking is very important. You need to use your voice and practice daily, even if it is for a few minutes. So, these are some common mistakes: speaking too formally, translating, fear of mistakes, and not practicing. If you avoid these mistakes, your real-life English will improve quickly. Now let's talk about some simple tips to improve your real-life English. These tips are easy, but very effective. If you follow them daily, you will see good improvement. First, listen to native speakers. You can watch movies, TV shows, or listen to podcasts in English. Try to notice how people speak. Listen to their tone, their words, and their short sentences. This will help you understand real conversations. Second, practice speaking every day. Even if you are alone, you can practice. Speak in front of a mirror. Talk about your day. For example, say, "Today I woke up early." "I am going to the market." This will build your confidence. Third, learn phrases, not just words. Many learners try to learn single words, but in real life, people use phrases. For example, instead of just learning the word hungry, learn the phrase "I'm hungry." This makes your speaking more natural. Fourth, try to think in English. Do not always translate from your language. Start with simple thoughts. For example, "I am tired. I need water." Slowly, your brain will get used to thinking in English. Fifth, speak without fear. Do not worry about mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. The important thing is to speak and practice. The more you speak, the better you become. So, follow these simple tips. Listen, practice, learn phrases, think in English, and speak confidently. With time and practice, your real-life English will become a strong activity. In this part, I want you to think and speak with me. Don't worry if your English is not perfect. Just try your best. Let's start. Situation 1. You meet your friend after a long time. What will you say? You can say, "Hi, how are you?" Or, "Hey, long time no see." Now you try. Speak it out loud. Good! Situation 2. You are in a shop and you want to buy something. What will you say? You can say, "How much is this?" Or, "I want to buy this." Now your turn. Say it. Great! Situation 3. You want help from someone. What will you say? You can say, "Excuse me, can you help me?" Or, "Where is the bus stop?" Now you try. Very good. This is how you can practice real-life English. Just think of simple situations and try to speak. Practice like this every day, and you will improve episode. Step by step. Today, we talked about real-life English. We learned what it is, why it is important, and where we use it in daily life. We also learned some common phrases, common mistakes, and simple tips to improve. Remember, real-life English is all about speaking in a natural and simple way. You do not need difficult words. You just need practice, confidence, and consistency. Try to use English in your daily life. Speak with your friends, practice alone, and listen to real conversations. Step by step, your English will become better. Do not be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I hope you learned something useful today. My name is Laiba, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care and keep practicing. Goodbye!